I'm going to read The Prince and the Pauper, written by Mark Twain. This is the last chapters, and then Edward as a king. Means Edward became a king. Alright. Miles Hendon was a picturesque enough before he got into right on the London Bridge. He wasn't more so when he got out of it. He had a little money when he got it. None at all when he got out. The pickpocket had the appearance of his last farthing. And no matter, so he found his boy, and being a soldier, he did not go at his task in a random way, but set work, first of all, to arrange his campaign. What would the boy naturally do? Where would he naturally go? Well, argued with Miles, and he would naturally go to his former home. But that is the instinct of unsound minds went on his end and forsaken the rise of sound minds. Whereabouts toward his former home, his rags to take him together with the Lord Villain, who seemed to know him and then who even claimed to be his father, indicated that his home was in another of the forest at the main east district of London. Would search for him be difficult so long? No, it was likely to be easy and brief. He would not hunt for the boy, and he would hunt for a crowd. In the center of the big crowd, or little one, sooner or later he should find his foolish friendship at the mangy room. It would be entertaining except with the face showing and aggravating the boy, who would be proclaiming himself king as usual. Then Miles Hendon stood crippled. Some of those people stand to carry out this little word, and I can prove and children would his loving words, and the two would never be separated anymore. Miles started on his quest. Hour after hour, he tramped through the bank and squatted the streets and seeking groups, and crowded and finding no end of them, but never any sign of the boy. This great surprise him but did not discourage him to his notion. There was nothing the matter with his plans of campaign. The only miscalculations it was that the campaign was becoming the next one, whereas he had expected to be short. When the light arrived at last, he had made many miles and canvassed as many crowd, but the only reason was that he was terribly tired, rather hungry, and very sleepy. He wanted some breakfast, but there was no way to get it, and the bakery did not offer to him after spoon so short, and he would, as soon have thought of departing, the least honors that he could spare some of his clothes, yes. But one could at least find a customer for Jesus for such clothes. And then he was still traveling among the rabble, which is followed afterward the procession. Now, we argue that this regal displays to attract his little lunatic public. He follows the pageants through or to reach the windings about London and all the way to the Westminster and the Abbey. He drifted here, there amongst the multitude that were massed in the vicinity for a very long time. The battle and flocks and finally wandered off them thinking and trying to contrive some way to various plans of campaigns by and by, and when he came to himself always musing it, he discovered that the town was true behind. Now him and that the days was growing more. He was near the river, and in the country there was a legion of firework seats and not a sort of district to welcome schools like this. It was not at all cold, and so he stretched himself on the ground and of hedges to rest and think rather and presently began to settle upon his senses. Rain had followed the boom. The cannon was wept this year. He set himself to unmutching his crown, and straightway fell asleep. He had not slept and rested for more than 30 hours. He did not wake again until near the middle of the next morning. He got up, lame and stiff, and half famished, washed himself in the river, set his stomach to rest a pint and a two waters, and trotted off toward the Westminster scrambling, set himself to having wasted so much time. And I have him to your new friends now. He tried to get speech with his officers, the humbly mellow and the mellows of your mouth. And but that was enough to out the plans for the pleasantry. It would be time enough to enlarge his then. His first stage should be accomplished. Toward 11 o'clock he approached the palace, and all the host of choice people were about him. Moving in the same direction, he was not in conscious discussion to care of that. He watched these papers based on narrowly hoping to find as the charter was the one whose possessor might be willing to carry his name to the old lieutenant after trying to get into the palace. I'm sure that was simply out of the questions. Presently, an hour's whipping the boy and fast hymns then full about the scan, and his figures dwell, saying to himself that that's not very break upon his majesty, such as the war about the aims and as through orders like in hours that before. He answered the description at like of it's good to shoot and make to such would be to cheapen some miracles to my rest of reputation out I could contrive an excuse to speak to him. Much and save him the troubles that he turned out. Adjustment and journalist will when somebody's the messengers to him by getting hard at him from behind and observing strong interest in the boy's eyes. They stepped out toward him and said, "Just come out from the palace. Do you belong here?" "There? Yeah, your worship." "Mayor, sir, humbly more." The boy started and said to himself, "Lord, mine are departed father." Then he answered aloud, "All right, your worship." "Who is this civilian?" "Yes, sir." The boy, and added to himself, inscribed, "My grave, it was clever to carry my name to him." Is that ready to say a word in his ears? All dispatches the business light willing fair, sir. Then, say Master Henderson, son of Sir Richard, is here without a shall be greatly burden to you, my lad. The boy looked disappointed. The king did not name him, so he said himself, but it matters not, and this is his twin brother can give his majesty news of the tours and sir over an end. And what? So he said to Mars and said, "And there are moments you search the wait till I bring you word." And then tried the place indicated the earth or lattice sunk in the palace wall, with a stone bench in it. A shelter was sent in bad weather. He had hardly seated himself when somehow the geared in charge of officers passed by. He saw him and halted this man, and commanded Hendon to compose. He obeyed and was promptly arrested as suspicious and Pauper's opponent. The way in the presence of the palace, the things began to look ugly, for Matt was going to explain, but the officer luckily silenced him and ordered his men to disarm him and touch him. Got out of his mashed grain that they found somehow. Said for miles, and I have assertion that I know, and then it's fairly that his mine is greater than theirs. And nothing was found but a document with the officiatory reference, and the hand smiled when he recognized the pot hooks made by his lost little friend at the black day at Hendon House. The officer face grew dark as the red English paragraph might branch to the opposite colors that he listened. Not a new claimant of the crown. Quite absurd, buried and breathed like levity today. See the lustrous man and she kept him fast whilst I conveyed this precious paperweight and sent it to the king. He hurried away, and leaving the prisoners in the grip of the halberdiers. Now with my average luck and the last, muttered Hendon, for I shall dangle at the lobes of the end, this for certainly. By legend of that, beautiful writing, and what will become of my full at end. Oh, the good God, annoying, and by the very soul the officials coming against his out great coalition, so he plucked his courage together, purposing to meet his trouble as became a man, the officer of the man to lose the prisoner. The transfer swore to him then, loudly respectfully, and said, "Please you, sir, to follow me." And then followed, saying to himself, "I want a fervent mass," and Benjamin answered, "Nothing is inconvenient in sin. out thoughtful dismayed the first mock courtesy. The two travelers of Buffalo's cart and arrived at the grand entrance of the palace, where the officers with another bow, delivered hand and into the hands of the gorgeous official, who received him with profound respect, led him forward towards the great hall, lying on both sides with rows of splendid flunkies to major differential options and to choose the path along to fall into death zones. And obsolete Locke's that hours strictly scarecrow the moment his back was turned, left on a broad staircase among blocks of the fine cloth, and the foreigners that conducted him into the bathroom above the passage for him through. They assembled of the jingle and then made a floor and demanded him to take his hat off, and left him standing in the middle of the rooms, a mirthful eyes, the forefront of the indignant forms and for sufficient and of immediate and retributive smiles and minds and words and terrors to be wild there sat a young king under his canopy, so stayed 5 steps away, and then when his head bent down and outside speaking with the soul of the human bird of the paradise, the Duke maybe stand and observed that to himself that it was hard enough to be sentenced to death in the full vigorous of life, and without having this peculiar public humiliation as he wished the king horrors about the sum of the college the people nearest by were becoming pretty offensive at this moment. The king by this he half slightly hand and called as good view of his face, and sight nearest to his breath away, his gazing at the various young face like one transfixed, then presently ejaculated, "Oh, the Lord of this kingdom and dreams and shadows on his throne." He met her some broken strands, astragating as marvelous, then turned his eyes around, about the scanning gorgeous through the splendid song. One of the deserts was allures the bully, and then these were some leaders. Surely he is not her dreams. He stared at the kings again and thought, is it a dream, or is he the relative sovereign of England and not the finest for Thomas veteran actor kings for who wore showers and so meet this look. And suddenly I flashed in his eyes and scrolled to the wall, gathered over chairs and brought it back and went on the floor and sat down. A video of indignation broke out. I loved him, with the latest upon him and a voice exclaimed, "Of those marriage crowns and witnessed in the presence of the king." The disturbing practiced the master's attention. He stretched forth his hand and cried out, "Did you notice? He's loud." And thrown back and his bride, and the king went home. "Alone, and all some ladies, lords, and gentlemen, this is my trusty, well-beloved servant Miles Hendon, who interposed as his word and saved this prince was bodily harm and possibly death. For this is a knight," by the king's voice. Or to learn that for higher servicing, that they save this sovereign stripe or shame, taking this upon himself that he is a fear of England, arrogant, and then shall have gold and lends it of further dignity. More, the privilege which he hath just exercised is my royal grant, for we have ordained that the chiefs of his line shall have and hold the right to sit in the presence of the majesty of England henceforth, age after age, so long as the crown shores endures and moves him not. The person who through the days had only arrived from the countries during this morning and now has been in these rooms only 5 minutes is through listening to these words and looking at the king, then at the scarecrow, then at the king again in a sort of torpid bewilderment. These words are true, and later at his better news all. Nancy then was still staring at the mark in a dazed way, and muttering, "Oh, boys for me. This is my pauper. This is my lunatic. This is the he who's out sure, and what grandeur was in my house of 7 rooms and 7 and 20 servants. This is who had never known oaths relaxed for layment, except for temple and awful for diet. adopted and would make endless photos to the gut I had at the back to hide my head in. Then his manners suddenly came back to him and dropped upon his knees and with his hands between the kings and swore allegiance and did homage to First London Titus. Then he arose and stood respectfully aside and marked just for eyes and much amplitude. Now the king discovered such truth and spoke out with a wrathful voice to the kindling eye. Strip this robber of his full show and stolen estates, but under lock and keys Jews have rid of him. Later she was led away. I was at first at the other end of the room, and now the assembly just fell apart, and Jim's temptation and quantity of literacy code is much down between these living words, preceded by an usher, and he brought it before the king, who said, I have learned the story of these past few weeks and am rather pleased with the though has governed the realm with delight, real gentlest and mesh, so haven't from the mother and the sisters against good day shall be cared for, and his father shall hang if they're undesired, and the laws consent his nose. Oh yeah, here's my voice that from these days, they that abide in the shelter of the crystal hospital. Shall the king's bones shores have theirs mind and heart's bread, as well as theirs baser's the port and this boy shall rest there the whole tree palace, and it's the honorable body of the governor to do him. And for that he hath been a king, the meat that the other dames camel of the Winston shoulder is due, and then wherefore it's note, this is dressed up state to fly, and provide, and shall be announced, and none shall profit, and whatsoever they shall come. It shall remind the peoples that he hath been lost in his times, and shows that deny him sin due, deliverance and fail of giving him salvation, he hath the throne's protection, he hath the crown, so first he shall be announced and called by the honorable titles of the king's ward. The proud and happy town county lords kissed the king's hand, and I was conducted from the presence that he did not waste any time, but flew to his mother, to tell her none, the bell, all hours to get them to have him enjoy the great news, including the sand distribution. When the mysteries were all clear out, I came out by confession of Hugh Hendon. His wife had repudiated most by his command by day at Hendon Hall, command that she is supported by that perfectly trustworthy promise. If she did not deny he was Morris Hendon and stand firm to it, he would have her right. Whereupon she said, take it. She did not value it, and she would not repudiate Morris. Then the husband said it would spare her right, but had Morris assassinated. This was a different matter, though she gave her word and kept it. He was not persecuted for the threats for three his brothers essay and torture, because the wife's brother would not testify against him, and the former would not have been allowed to it. If she had wanted to, he deserted his wife and went over to the continent, where they presently died, and by and by the Earl of the Kent married to Lily. There were grand times and rejoicings at Hendon Bridge, and when the couples paid their first visit to the halls, Tom Kent's father was never heard of again. The king sold out the farmers who had been apprenticed as a slave and reclaimed his promised evil lie, and with his lawless gang to put him in the way of slavery wood. But she took not all the lawyers out of prison as remissions, fines, and provided good and homes for the daughters to baptism, and whom he serves to burn, the stake, and loudly punished. The officers who latest undeserved stripped open lies the Hendon's back. It seems from the gallows the boys who had captured the stretchback, and also young we had stolen London, of course, from the weaver, and it was too late to save the man who had been convicted of killing deer in the lower forest. He showed a paper to justice who had pitied him when he was supposed to have thrown up feet, and that he had in gratification of seeing him go in the public esteem and become the greatest honor man. As long as the kings lived, and he was fond of telling the story of this adventure. Also was from the hour, and the sentinels cut him away from the palace gate to the finer Midnight, when he defeated mixed himself in his gang of hornets, the workmen, and so slipped into the heavy and cried up, and then hid himself in the compressor room, and slept so long. The next day, when he came to within one of the mission's coronations altogether, he said that the frequented lessons of the precious lessons kept him strong for first to make his teaching back to his people's answer. While his life was spared, he should continue to tell the story, and thus keep the sorrowful spectacle expression in his memory, and springs of pity unfinished in his heart. Martin and Tom Candice was favorite of the king, all through his brutal reign, and his sincerest memories, though when he died, the good Earl of Kent had too much sense to abuse his faculties through it, but he exercised it twice after insurance. We have seen of it, and differently was called from this word once at the accession of the Queen Mary, and once at the accession of Queen Elizabeth, descendant of his exercise, at the accession of James the First. This son chose to use the privilege near a quarter of the century, and lapsed, and the privilege of the Kents had faded out of the most people's memory. So when the Count of that day appeared before Charles the First and his court, and sat down in the sovereign's presence of the sword and the puppetry and the right of his house, there was a fine stir indeed. But the matter was soon explained. A welcome prone, a resort of the lions fell, in the words of the comrades, to fighting for the king, and the old privilege ended with him. Tom Kent lived to a very old man, a handsome white-haired old Pharisee of the grave and merriment and respect, as long as his electricity was on earth. He also was a lover for his striking and meticulous execution kept the people, the man, and the time he had been aware. So wherever he appeared, the crowd fell apart, making ways for him and whispering one to another, though he had refused the king's word. And so they saluted him, and they got his kindly smiles in return, and they believed it too, for his was an honorable story. Yes, King Edward the Fourth lived only a few years in poor boy, and he lived damn slothfully more than once, and when some great dignitary, some gilded vessel crown made argument against his lineage, and urged them some laws than which he was bent upon amending, and was gentleman of his professor, or no suffering the oppression which is anyone's needed might remind. The young king turned mournful eloquence of his great compassion, the eyes upon him, and answered, "What dost thou know of suffering and of affliction? And my people know the matter." The land was post was a singularly masterful one for those harsh times. Now that we are taking leave of him, let's try to keep this in our mind to his credit. The end. Wow, I finished reading the little tip, The Prince and the Pauper. The end. I'm glad to have finished reading it.